is from Iowa. This is another one of them. I want you to know what's going on here. Instead at such a high level, while they're talking about the president's speech last night, and then this morning releasing the 10 sailors Iran did. You're holding me hostage. You've got British up here on CNN that can't tell about me or don't know. I was kidnapped in 41 and brought to this country, my identity stolen, and lived in hell every moment of my life to find out that a diagnosis murder that they pinned on me, a Jew doctor did, helped the United States torture me the rest of my life. I'm 77 years old. I can hardly get around. And I have an immune disorder that was finally, I had worked for doctors and done a book. I've put it up on YouTube, part of what happened to me. I have an immune disorder. And when I'm around toxic fumes, my immune system attacks itself. And it causes such mass, over the years when it's deliberately done, mass inflammation that attacks your kidneys, your heart, your vascular system. It's done at such a high level. And the agency doing it gets things in their law enforcement. Everybody has something to hide, so they get something on the people or their kids or their corporation and get them to participate. They're breaking the law, and they should be locked up for assault, conspiracy, you name it. It is shocking if you ever hear the people that got involved in this. You know who saved me? The British and the Germans and a handful of Americans. Most of the Americans find it funny. Just good old boys and good old girls that are welcoming in all these other people. While I've told them about, I used Larry Flint because he was shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia, when I was doing the book before I remembered being kidnapped, which was in '83. But Larry Flint was shot, and I was flown out there during the campaign to replace Larry McDonald, congressman, doctor, that I had written about mind control and how they can place people under mind. I can hardly talk because of what I just showed you parked and pulled in front of me. They either come in and soak my bedding, and I can do nothing about it, make me look like a Looney Tune and stand there and laugh at me while they do it. Because they find it a joke that they can kidnap a monarch, bring me over here and do this to me. But I woke up last night and I was so sick, and I didn't know until I opened the door and looked out. And I thought it was the one that was parked down there had to have something on leaking because it's some kind of construction with all kinds of chemical things on it. And then come to find out, I happened to look right in front of me, and there's that one's back right in. So I was getting it full blast. No wonder I was so sick. But over time, if it's deliberately done, you die. I mean, it kills you. Your lungs, your liver, your kidneys, all parts of your body. This has been done with everybody knowing and participating. So anyway, they just released the 10 sailors captured yesterday by Iran. You know, I go back in my work history, the jobs I was on, and I remember Smokey, I can't remember his last name right now, but he was a singer. He knew Elvis, and it was a place called Tiki Fences, and I was supposed to be doing the books. Only he was, I don't know what he was into, Smokey. He was a singer and a guitarist, but he was one of them that said to me over time that I met, we're into a can of worms in, I don't know if he said Iran or Iraq at the time, but both of them over a period of time have been mentioned. So if someone ever turns the friggin' cameras on me, do not anybody pretend that you didn't to apologize to me for the hell you have done to me and my country and my sons. I don't even know where they are, and me, because I lived it. I know how you enjoyed it and what you said to me one-on-one and did. So don't anybody lie again and apologize just in case. You know, I'm 77 years old. My country, look at it. It's overrun with refugees that the United States went over and took out the Middle East and caused this whole mess while they sit back and enjoy the hell out of my money and whatever my hostage brought, like Warner von Braun and the Germans that come on and Brits that made your space industry, and then Kennedy helped kidnap me. The old Kennedy was ambassador when they took down my dad. Edward VIII was an imposter that married Wallace Simpson. My dad was married to Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, an American sister to Georgia O'Keefe. They made our life a living hell. The treaties are illegal. George VI illegal. My own uncle helped in my kidnapping. The Kennedys, the Rothschilds, the Jews that control the banking and my money. What do you think they did? Who kidnapped Tsar Nicholas and killed him and brought Anastasia up here to Charlottesville? I never knew I was going to end up here, but they killed her and took the money there. Where's it that belonged to Tsar Nicholas, the Romanovs in Russia?